Ooh, what is in my crystal? Hey, Tubies! It's Psychic Bob, also known as Lord Ision. Welcome to Wiccan Wednesday. As many of you know, I'm crazy about gazing into my crystal ball. But did you know that there's another magical tool that witches can use? It's called the Black Mirror, sometimes called the Magic Mirror or the Scrying Mirror. Let's explore it, shall we? The earliest black mirrors or scrying mirrors were made of obsidian, which is a volcanic glass. This is what I have here. This is a black glass obsidian scrying mirror. This was a gift for one of my friends, and I treasure it. I have to be very careful with it because as it is pure volcanic glass, it's brittle and can break. But it makes a deep surface. And the idea of scrying is to peer deep into the surface and capture visions. It's believed that scrying is like looking into a dark lake or a dark body of water, and henceforth it can be used for mystic visions. Now, this is a true traditional scrying mirror made of obsidian. They're very expensive, but they're some of the finest. This is also another scrying mirror. For those of you like scrying, you can carry the scrying mirror in a small version. This one's made of polished onyx. Onyx is similar to obsidian, and this small onyx is worn as a pendant. So you can wear it as a jewelry piece. And that way you always have your scrying device with you. And over here is a modern day glass scrying mirror. This is one that I made, and we'll talk about the production of scrying mirrors in a little while. But this is my little travel scrying mirror as well. So when I travel, I can bring any or all of these, and they're easy to travel with. Over the years, I worked alternately with crystal balls and my black scrying mirrors, and I just love it. Well, as I've been working on my temple room, I had a vision one night, a dream, and I said, maybe I could make my own giant scrying mirror. I had a dream of a massive scrying mirror. Well, I started looking around just to check occult shops, and nobody had heard of a scrying mirror the size of the one that I've got now. And I thought, well, I can't buy it. I guess I will have to make it. So I thought I'd share with you my new giant scrying mirror. Come on along. Well, behind me here is my new giant scrying mirror. I have it draped in black velvet. It's traditional with scrying tools, such as crystal balls or mirrors, that when not in use, they should be draped in black silk or velvet. So, you know me, I'm a bit of a traditionalist. But let us unveil the mystic mirror, shall we? Let us remove the velvet covering and reveal our ancient mirror. Behold my giant mirror. I don't know if you get a sense of how large this guy's is. It's about 4 feet in diameter. Check it out. I think I have the largest scrying mirror on YouTube. If you find a psychic that has a larger scrying mirror than me, let me know. But here it is. Isn't it amazing? All giant 4 feet of scrying mirror. To help give you a better sense of the scale, because it's hard to capture on camera, there's my tea mug. Most of you have a tea mug or coffee mug sitting in front of my mirror. So you can see really how large it is. It's hard to get in frame, it's so big. I think we'll try some scrying in just a little bit after the sun sets. But for right now, I thought I'd bring a candle just to put here. When I do scrying, I just like little dim light. So I have this beautiful silver candlestick with a candle, and we're going to put that there in front of our mirror. What do you think of that? Now, if you want to learn to make a giant scrying mirror like this, I think I'll do another video next week on how to make this, because that would be a whole video. But I wanted just to come here today to share this with you. So hang out in just a little while as the sun gets dark, or as the sun goes down and it gets dark. We're going to do a little mystical scrying with this magical mirror. Now again, to remind you, you don't have to have a giant scrying mirror. Any of these will work for you. This is my little 8-inch diameter scrying mirror. I love it. This is my volcanic glass one. And here's my other one I made. This is great for travel. These will work just as well as a giant one. But if you really get into it like I do, you might want to make a giant one. And if you're like me, it's fun to have your mirror with you. So I oftentimes wear this pendant, and I just wear it around my neck. It's on a cord, and therefore it travels with me. And I have a little bit of the magic of my giant scrying mirror wherever I go. So just again, to give you a sense of the scale. Okay, there's my little tiny mirror. It's like a 4-inch mirror. And there's my massive 4-foot scrying mirror. If you know anybody who has a bigger scrying mirror than that, let me know. I'll be fascinated to see it. I know somebody's going to ask about this little sculpture. I keep this on my table in front of my scrying mirror. There's a little sculpture of 3 witches holding hands. They're standing in there. This is actually, I think, for incense. You're supposed to put incense in between them. But I put one of my little crystal balls. This is my small crystal ball. I put my small crystal ball in between them. So it's like they're all standing in a circle, peering in that crystal ball. I don't know if you can see it here. It's kind of dark, but I just keep that on my table as well. Well, tubies, the sun has set, and we're going to explore some mystical scrying. If you like to work with the black mirror, lighting is important. Now, actually I have the lights on in here, and I could probably scry with it as it is. I find I get a little better effect if I do it by candlelight. That's just my preference. Explore yourself what works for your, scrying session. But we're gonna light our candle here. Now, some books on scrying mirrors will say your candle shouldn't be reflected in the mirror. I don't find that, that really hurts it. I think it actually helps me have a greater sense of depth. And as you can see, the goal when you set up your scrying mirror is to have it be, for the most part, pretty dark. And you don't want to see a lot of reflections because this will allow you to go deep into the mirror. Now, the next thing I like to do is I like to consecrate the mirror with a pentacle. And so I have my wand here. You could use your athame or wand. I just like the wand. And so I trace a pentacle over the mirror. And I say, "Here this pentacle I lay for blessing and protection by night, by day. Let us see what we will see. As I will, so mote it be." And there you go. And now you want to just sit back and relax. And let your gaze just draw you into the mirror. You don't have to stare intently, just relax. It should be a relaxing experience. Just go deeper into the mirror. Watching the candle helps you, that's great. And if it bothers you, you can move it out of the way. But I like a candle on my altar while I do this. And as you sit and relax and gaze into the mirror, you may start to see a mist or a fog. It may become a little cloudy looking. You might see flashes of color. As I'm looking now, I'm starting to see a haze, kind of a gentle mist, form in the mirror. If you should experience this, don't be afraid. This is quite normal. It won't hurt you. It's just energy building. Sometimes it takes a little while until a vision comes through. But if you're patient and relaxed, you'll usually get something. I find that the black mirror oftentimes brings, at least for me, visions in a quicker way than the crystal. And I love the crystal ball, but this takes me into it in a much more profound way. As the mist is moving across the mirror now, it's clearing a little bit, but what I'm seeing are black tree branches, and the mist that I saw in the mirror is like receding into the background, and it looks like clouds, and I'm starting to see through the clouds moonlight. So I'm seeing Wow, a woodland scene at like moonlight, under moonlight. It's like trees with a dark sky with clouds, and the moonlight's reflecting off the clouds, and some of it's down on the trees. It's like I'm in the middle of a forest. Really amazing. It's weird. I thought I heard an owl. Whenever you're scrying, be open to the possibility that you might hear sounds as well. Sometimes I hear sounds when I scry. It's just so peaceful. It's like I'm sitting in a moonlit forest. It's all quiet, a little bit of an owl sound. Tranquil and peaceful. And the moon is beautiful. I can see it through the trees. Amazing. It's amazing as I'm watching this scene in the mirror. It's like three-dimensional. Like I feel like I'm actually there. That's when a scrying session is really good. You will literally feel it, the power. I'm not seeing anything else, just moonlight in a forest. And the moonlight shining. There's kind of a cloudy night, so clouds are passing in front of the moon, but it's really tranquil. Maybe that's just what I need tonight, a calm and peaceful vision. After a while, I've been sitting here for a little while, you'll start to feel the vision will start to fade or cloud over. And I didn't see a lot tonight, just beautiful trees and moonlight. But it was so three-dimensional, it was amazing. You'll get to a point where you're a little tired or the power starts to fade. It's an intuitive thing. You'll just know you're done. And I think I'm done here tonight. Didn't get a lot or profound message, but it was beautiful nonetheless. And it's a great way to start with this mystical mirror. Well, I think we're done for the evening. And so we want to close our portal now because the mirror opens an energy center. It's like a doorway. And we just pick up our wand now and close the portal. Here this pentacle I lay to close this portal by night by day. We have seen what we shall see. Close this portal now, so mote it be. And so mote it be, and seal it with the circle around the star. Blessed be. And now we'll extinguish our candles. Blessed be. Well, Tubies, I sure hope you've enjoyed this tonight. I know I have. Listen, thanks for being part of our channel. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit subscribe. Be here tomorrow on Thursday night because we're going to have our Thursday night seance and you don't want to miss it. We're going to do a spiritualist seance and see what guides come through. I'm going to go into trance and channel messages from the other side. I hope you'll join us. Listen, thanks for being here. You guys rock. We'll see you tomorrow. Blessed be.